Hey, what's up everyone? This is Andrew Jessup. This is going to be my first attempt at making a video for YouTube. Um, Former professional Magic player. Just started playing Arena, honestly, a couple weeks ago. I'd like dabbled here and there, but for the most part I was a long holdout on Magic Online, but we're trying to make the switch over. Actually, this is the very first deck I bought in at least a very long time. I played Arena a little bit when I first, a couple years ago, but first deck I invested in a very long time. I saw it had won the SCG a couple weeks ago. I was looking to get into Historic. This deck is very much my style. For those of you guys who are familiar with me, I've played a lot of decks like Death Shadow, where you basically functionally a little similar, where you try, rip apart the hand with Thoughtseize and stuff, stick your threat. You like to play a long grindy game, and what I really love most is just the large amount of cheap spells. I love having a full grip and just having lots of options where you can play sequence your spells in any way and play basically everything in your hand on any turn. You're really rewarded for your decisions and how you choose to use them. So this deck is exactly up my alley. And like I said, despite just getting into the format, we've been doing pretty well with it too. Check where I'm at. I haven't put in a couple days. I got down to like 14 or something the other day, but back up to 41. I guess people are catching up. But let's try and run this down a bit today. My list is pretty stock for the most part, so I don't want to go over too much of what's different. I went with like an extra discard spell. I like having the extra spells just for the Arcanist. Honestly, just cheap spells work really well in this deck with a bunch of things. For Arcanist, for Pyromancer, Fuel for Croxa. So I like having those. And honestly, the list is pretty stock. I've made a few tweaks here and there, but let's get into it. That can be a little tricky to play at times, but that's part of the fun of it. So hopefully I'm able to teach you guys a couple sequencing things, a couple sideboarding things. Hopefully not play too poorly. Alright, run into technical issues already. I think I may have to restart. See if we're able to find a match. Most of the times when I have that issue, though, I have to restart Arena. So let's first recording going off without a hitch. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart this quick. Probably end up taking this out of the video, but who knows? I'm not very good at editing. I've never really done it before. Let's close out Arena. You guys can stare at my blank screen. Try this again. I'm hoping to turn this into like a pretty regular series, though. Honestly, I love to just play a lot of Magic. Like, I'm pretty well known for the amount of volume I would put on Magic Online. I was always on like the trophy leaderboards for a couple of formats. I was always on the SCG leaderboard, just traveling around the country every weekend. So I'm very good at the grind. And Arena, I like that it kind of rewards you. Can get to the top of the ladder and stuff. So I'm also just very competitive. So we're gonna try and hit number one, honestly, as much as we can. Damn, did I get a loss? Damn, I think I got a loss. That's brutal. How did I go from 41 to 49? Alright. Honestly, now I might just keep it in to explain how that happened. And again, I'm probably bad at editing. I've never really done it. Alright, whatever. I guess not. We probably would have dropped more than 49. It's probably just because I've been logged on for like 30 minutes. I did like a test recording. Sir Moss. What are they? 93%. But anyway, like I said, I'm hopefully going to turn this into a regular series about just trying to get as low and ladder as possible. We'll be switching up decks and stuff. I like to stay very up to date in formats. I'll probably be trying to play the arena tournaments too, so I'm going to be doing a lot of testing. This hand's a fine keep. Supplier's just so good in this deck where we have so many cards that interact well in the graveyard. Especially this double Arcanist hand. If we could hopefully just find like a 1-mana spell, a Village Rites would be perfect, because then it lets us get even more fuel in there by ditching the Supplier. This is A little land heavy for this deck, but I think it's still keep. Loris is always nice flood insurance too. Well, I think Companion is an absolutely ridiculous mechanic, and I can't believe it was released the way it originally was. I do actually just love playing Loris. It's fun to play with good cards. And also just, like I said, I love to play with cheap spells, so I love that Loris often, alright, hits some amount of spells is kind of perfect. Honestly, almost exactly what we want. Playing against goblins. Alright. They don't really play removal, so I'm happy to get the Arcanist out here. Snoop we're going to want to deal with rather quickly, because we don't want them to draw too many cards off it, but I'm happy to give them one turn with it not punished. Mountain on top. So to play another 2-drops, we can double Blood Chiefs, especially because a lot of times against goblins you want to save the Thoughtseize for before their Muxus turns, just to give yourself the highest percentage chance of hitting Muxus. Because basically the way the goblins matchup plays out is you kill all their stuff in play, and then you Thoughtseize Muxus. Yeah, they almost attacked with that. I would have been incredibly happy to double block. Here, I think I want to block still, too. Yeah. Downsides are, makes Spark Harvest top deck a little worse, because I would like to be able to Spark Harvest the Chieftain. Makes Village Rites a little worse. But we can potentially dig for more 1-mana spells. I think that's worth it. Okay. I'm going to attack and Thoughtseize this turn, then, because I don't want them to have a Krenko. That would be bad since we're going to let this Chieftain live. Then we can do this with Kicker on the following turn. Hitting the other Thoughtseize is really nice too. So we have some options. I'm going to take the Chieftain. We could potentially take Herald's Horn. Maybe we should. So I was going to play that. We're going to play the second. So we got out to 16 here. They would Chieftain us down to 10. Yeah, I feel just more comfortable taking the Chieftain. I know we're looking to grind, but hopefully we can just find a Croaks at some point and clock them before this starts accruing them too many cards. I think it's a little bit safer to take the Chieftain. I just don't want to get cheesed out. This sets us up to have active double Arcanist on an empty board, essentially. They got Mind Stone plus Herald here. I guess this makes top deck Muxus really bad. Something I maybe should have put more thought into. Because I knew they had the Mountain. Hopefully we can find a Bedevil. Because we can use Fame to flash it back. No, we don't. Not like Village Rites either, that would have been nice, but... the only consideration we have here is if we want to 1 them or not. I'll save it. We'll have the option to later. Who knows, maybe we'll want it for something. Alright, so we're pretty far ahead. We really just need to... They have to naturally top deck the Muxus too. They got in a couple looks. Maybe I should have taken the Horn. Alright, they didn't draw a goblin. Great news for us. Spark Harvest. So option here is we could Spark Harvest away our supplier to dig for Bedevil. Might actually be worth it. How much does that affect their clock? Because we can just Spark Harvest, get back Luris this turn. Finding it would make our odds of winning like way higher. We're really not gonna. Doesn't change the clock too much. I actually like doing this too. And we have plenty of removal in yards, so we don't need the removal spell. Find a Village Rites. That's not bad. Do we want to use it in any way? I don't think I want to use it this time. Alright, I'll actually use it because we have the backup Arcanist. It's a little sloppy. I should be thinking all these through a little bit more, but find the Bedevil, alright. Reward it. Not sloppy at all. Perfect play. Chieftain, alright, no big deal. We'll probably Pyromancer. We don't really need two active Arcanists when they're playing off the top. Ooh, what does that do? Okay, that does some stuff. We do this. We do this. Now we're trying to maximize clock pressure. We're going to Bedevil to kill this. We're going to put him down to 12. We're going to have 2, 4, 7 power in play after. With another Fame in the yard. So 7, 9, 10, representing 10 next turn. With this, the Fame. We're actually going to do this turn now too. To get a Pyromancer token. Represents more damage for the following turn. Devil. Alright, we just basically need to not get Muxus this turn. Ooh, you know what we could have done? I guess I needed to kill this. I maybe should have considered bedeviling this and then Thought Seizing. Because then they would only have 5 lands. That means to Muxus us next turn, they would have had to draw an exactly land into Muxus. We would have let them have a Chieftain, but I don't think that. Yeah, I think that would have been a better play. I actually remember a team match. It was a team tournament with me, my brother, and Brad Carpenter, where I was playing Death Shadow, and I lost game 2 against the Titan Shift player. Like it came down to, I think it was down to my match or something. It was like 1-1. It was an important game. We were doing pretty well in the tournament, and I lost the match because the opponent went exactly. They had no cards in hand. They had to crack a relic and had to draw exactly land into Titan. I remember just like all our reactions when it actually happened. All right, can we win? Yeah, I think there were 2, 6, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, Fame. We actually would have killed them. I think. Did we have 2? Yeah, we had Spark Harvest, which we could have used on the fresh token off the first one, and yeah. So we actually would have had exactly lethal there. Alright, so this matchup, like I said, it's really just removal and Thoughtseize Muxus. So we board pretty accordingly. Can either go 2 claim or 2 feed. They have removal some post board sometimes and stuff, so I don't mind some claims. The fees aren't really necessary, I think. Run it like this. Sounds good. I'm gonna be able to control the board and have this Thoughtseize. I've had a game. It's not super likely, so I wouldn't like advise this as a like game plan or line to like take against goblins. But I have had games where I just went off with Pyromancer so much that they weren't actually, even after Muxus, they couldn't really get a big enough board to win. I don't know how realistic that is, so I wouldn't like place any like higher stock in keeping hands like this. But it is something that I've had happen. I think I like just getting the line to play tapped here. Like I said, I'm not in a huge rush to get these Thoughtseize out, especially if we can get some Pyromancer value. I kind of want to save this for, again, some Pyromancer value and a higher target than Prospector, I think. So let's get this into play tapped. This just sets us up to Pyromancer spell. I think that'll be a little bit better for us. Basically be better against their creature game plan and also give us the best chance to Thoughtseize Muxus. Alright, just play this here. Depending on what they do next turn, we are going to have to think a little bit about if we go Pyromancer Thirst, we may leave them with enough mana to Muxus. If we like Thirst the Snoop. Because if they like, let's just say they put like 2 goblins into play here, then with the Prospect we let them on tap. So I think there's a reasonable chance we're not going to be able to play this Pyromancer next turn, but that's not the biggest deal. We can get into play the next turn, because I think next turn we're going to have to Thirst, then Thoughtseize. But then we get Pyromancer Village Rites or something later. Alright, well now I definitely don't want to Thoughtseize. I'd like for them to play no creatures here. Alright, what are we gonna do? I was even thinking we're gonna have to Thirst the Prospector, but now they just foiled that. Even if we like block Thirst here, like that still doesn't do it. They'll still have 3, 5, 6. So we're just gonna take. Yeah, it's awkward when they have the Muxus on top. Yeah, they had the second Prospector and the Muxus on top. Very irksome. What can we draw? We draw another removal spell, kill both the Prospectors. Hopefully strand the Muxus on the next turn. They'd only have 5 mana, Thoughtseize it. So we're really looking for a removal spell. And we'll hit these Prospectors. Don't find it. Tricky. We can just start trying to go wide. We Pyromancer thirst on the Snoop. Make them sack some of their board a bit, and just hope this isn't a particularly good Muxus. Not seeing a better plan. Hopefully this is one of those games where they have like a weak Muxus, and like I said, where we can go wide enough with Pyromancer to not particularly care about it. Basically looking to dodge Chieftains and Krankos, but I'm sure you guys have all played against Goblins before, and I think that's always the plan. Yeah, I'm not seeing a better line than this. They have like a second Muxus with Thoughtseize at next turn, so we really just gotta hold. Just gotta hold. Hold. Alright. Everyone say a little prayer. Hoping for a big whiff. Alright, so they're gonna ditch the Wily Goblin. It's kind of nice that they use this. Honestly, that could have messed us up pretty bad, just taking out the Pyromancers. Alright. Alright, we can... It could have been worse. No Kranko's really big. Because this is manageable. We're not in good shape, but it's manageable, right? Because we like block. Yeah, we threaten some blocks from like this. We're gonna take a lot of damage, but it's... If we get to untap, we can go pretty crazy. That's not good. Honestly makes our chumps a little... Like, we just do this. Alright, got a block there. Got a block there. We take 11. Let's take 10. That's not that bad. We'll go to 7. Alright. And 4, 7, 10. Go to 7. Alright. This is doable. That Mind Stone on top. It's not particularly threatening. Do this. We gotta draw spells. Like, at least like an Abrade or something would be nice. Ideally, you draw a double 1 mana spell. The only 1 mana spell. We could like claim. Yeah, if we draw like Village Rites claim, that'd be sick. Might even Thoughtseize nothing here. Wouldn't be surprised if we end up doing that just for the triggers. That was bad. No, we couldn't really afford that. Now it's looking rough. We can go to 5. Alright, so we go to 5. We block, go to 2. We're gonna hope they just don't have a Goblin on top. I think I'm even gonna show up with the Pyromancers, just because we have to get damage in. Though I could block with the Pyromancer, because we have this Awakening actually. Though I don't really want to do. We can Awakening for 2 on Supplier. I can't really block with it, because we're going to need both triggers off that, because that's going to be all our mana. So that'll give us 2, 4 blockers on something else. Yeah, we're already going to have to chump with 1. Alright, we can't afford to play around a Goblin on top, so we're going to shove. Alright, reward it. They should Mindstone crack. I think they have Goblins. They have stuff they can play off 1 red and we would be dead. Yeah, they should Mindstone first. Oh, they have Castle. Yeah, we go to 1 still? Yeah. Go to 1. If they Castle. I think they should have Mindstoned. Especially if they're not even gonna... Push, alright, that's something. That's something. We can do this for 1. Push. That gives us 4, 5 blockers. Puts them down a thing. We're going to put them to 9. Alright, we might be doing this. Might be doing this. Alright. Probably hit Snoop. We could hit like a Chieftain, but we're at 2, so it doesn't really matter. I really just need for them to not draw goblins. At this point, it's more about how wide they're going, not big. They're going to draw the mountain here. They have 1 draw for another. Hopefully, bad goblin. Cranko. Cranko is the only thing that would be like terrible. Because we'll have enough blockers to cover a bunch of stuff. Could even wait. We'll wait to do it into the... I guess now, because they have like a crank on top, we're going to want to do it before they're tapped so they can't activate. Yeah, so we should push on our turn. Put them down to 9 here. We'll have 5 blockers to their 4 attackers. We boarded out 2 fames, so can't be like too upset about not finding any, but something that would maybe let us swing this game. Alright, so they have Matron. That's bad. Does that kill us? Yeah, that kills us. Because they Matron for 2, they can even get Cranko because they have the Chieftain. I mean the War Chief. Alright, so we're dead. But honestly, they can even get any goblin here because we only have 35. Yeah. Alright. It's annoying. Yeah, they got Cranko, so extra dead. Maybe they don't realize they can play it. No. Alright, they got us. It's a rough game. That one turn where they had the Muxus on top, so we couldn't Thoughtseize on the second Prospector, so we couldn't push Thirst to keep him off it was a little annoying. But I think I like how I board it. Run it back. Can't lose the first match. My record's actually kind of, not to like brag too much, but my record I think is like insanely good in this format. I only started playing Historic like 2 weeks ago. I started at Bronze because I hadn't played Arena in about months and months. And then ran it up pretty quickly and probably like 50-5, I think. My lifetime Historic record now. This hand's great. Pretty easy keep. Gonna want to Thoughtseize at some point, but we have lots of ways to dig for it with the supplier and the rights. We just have to get one in the yard because we're gonna have this Arcanist that's likely gonna go unchecked. Have some removal. Shove for 1. They sometimes board in a Braid. That would be kind of bad here. Alright, our hand's kind of... What do we want to do? I think I'm going to Croxa rights supplier. Gives us most looks for Thoughtseize. Sets us up to get a Croaks into play next turn. Yeah, let's do that. If you do decide to pick up this deck, a good thing to note is when you're going to right swag your Croxa, you have to full control mode. Otherwise, you won't get the option to. Mistake I had to make a few times. Find the Thoughtseize. That's nice. Yeah, still gonna write here. Game's looking okay for us. Really just depends what's going on in here. But we'll get to double Thoughtseize next turn. Hopefully we can even get the Pyromancer down. I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna have to like abrade alright, Matron. Alright, so we will get double Pyromancer down. I mean we'll get Pyromancer down, double Thoughtseize. Okay, Thoughtseize. Alright. Oh. They got Prospector. Interesting. Implies they already have a Muxus. Even if they got 2, we can rip them. But 4 mana next turn. There's a chance we'll end up Spark Harvesting here if we need to like really worry about keeping them off mana. So let's see. Alright, yeah, no. So we're just going to take Muxus Matron here. Like I said, this is exactly the game plan. Control the battlefield, Thoughtseize Muxus. It would be nice to use the mana, just because we have lots of options. We're going to be using all of it pretty much every turn, but I still like to hold the Spark Harvest here. Just could be useful. They don't really have anything, like they just have 1/1s in play against our Young Pyromancer right now. Probably Rights here. They'll have Muxus mana even if we kill the Prospector. Probably get this Croaks into play. Not too worried about keeping them in their battlefield like way under control because they don't have a way to give a Cranko haste right now. We've already took out 1 Muxus. Would be another reason to just like don't hit haster. Alright, that's kind of perfect. See if they end up triple blocking here. I think I'll just kill the Prospector. Then just Thoughtseize Croxa. Arcanist kind of done its job. I just want to get like the real cock into play now. We know they have a land, so we can Thoughtseize first. Sometimes you want to do it in the other order, but it's probably also a land, but Good to be cognizant of what you're exiling with this deck too, just because you have so many ways to recur spells and creatures. So basically just on the hold plan again. Just dodge a Muxus. Seems like we managed to do it this turn. Alright, so we kill both of these. Attack for 9, 12, 14, assuming it's a land. We have this other Croxit too. So we can, yeah, we'll do it this way. Braid this. Then we'll Spark Harvest so that we can still Croak this turn. So even if they have some random spell they don't want to play here, as long as it's not something that'll keep us off any damage, we should get it done. Nine, 12, oh yeah. It's even at 6, 9, 11, 14. No cards left. Yep. First win. Alright, where are we going? Down to 36. Alright. Not too bad. Where we're at. It took about 40 minutes. Alright, we'll try to get another match or two in. I'm not too sure how long I want to keep these on average. I think under like 90 minutes is typically like an hour to 90 minutes is where I'll make most of them. This tends to be a little bit of a grindier deck, so it may take a little longer. I'll probably end up recording most matches I play though. I'll plan on putting out a lot of videos a week. So if you guys are enjoying the gameplay so far, if you know, any critiques for me, or if you just want to check what I've been playing recently, please give the channel subscribe to the channel. I was gonna say like and a follow, and I don't even know. I just know what YouTubers say. I've never even put too much thought into it. Subscribe to the channel. Alright, we have another good hand. You don't Supplier. Honestly, just hands with Supplier with this deck are so good. It's kind of just like, it's everything you want. It's graveyard fodder, it's bodies for, sack fodder. Alright, we're playing John's sack. Could have figured that out by the Jenga though. They could have claim the firstborn here, but rather get it done while they have nothing to do with it. Definitely just trying to establish the Arcanist as early as possible. Hopefully get to Thoughtseize. Alright, yeah. It would be nice to get this in play before. I'm probably gonna buy it back because I really want to Thoughtseize a potential company, and based on just the slower hand they seem to have kept, I think it's pretty likely they have a company. Also nice to note that we have the Devil for this Witch's Oven at some point. So it'd be nice to get this Pyromancer or Arcanist here to get the triggers and get the Pyromancer going. I think we're gonna have plenty of time to do that because their hand's a bit slow, and I really don't want to get hit by Collective Company here. So we're gonna go down to 13, a little low, but hopefully take over the game. Alright, they don't have a company. Perfect for us anyway. Their hand's not very good. Just going to take the Midnight Reaper to keep them off cards. This will be able to kill one of our Pyromancers, but that's not even too bad. Take the Reaper. Potentially could have left back the Supplier to play around it. I'm not sure. Should have at least thought about it more. They draw the company. You hate to see it. That's brutal. Yeah, it sucks. What do we do about it? Ah, that's so bad. Why'd they draw the company? Try so hard. And then just draw the company. There's like that Muxus on top in the last game. I love playing Thoughtseize, one of my favorite cards, but at least to play with, but you gotta hate when stuff like this happens. I might just ditch everything here. I might just double Pyromancer, Village Rites away. This is my first guess to set us up to double spell. They're gonna be able to kill one of. They'll block this. They'll kill this with this. That's not the best, but I think it's still what I want to. We get so blown out by Mayhem Devil now. This is maybe bad. I don't know if you're ever gonna beat a good company here though. I should have just attacked and left up the devil. I think I'm kind of priced into this now. This is bad. I should have attacked and left up the devil. Do we shove? Yeah, we got a shove. Just hopefully brick. I hope they brick. Maybe our deck might be a little underpowered if we're constantly, the theme for this so far has been hope our opponent whiffs on their stronger cards. Yeah. That being said, like, the deck is a bit underpowered, but that's sort of the fun, is the nuance that, that's so bad, we're dead. We can't win. This video is running a bit long. I want to get like 3 matches in, so probably just going to concede here. They're going to wipe out our whole board. We can't win. That's brutal. Yeah, we're not. I should have just attacked Village Strites. Yeah, the company response. I get to bedevil this. We're really not in that bad a shape. I messed this game up bad. Like, embarrassingly bad. Oh my god, alright. At least now I feel better. Like, because we weren't kind of... Alright, now I feel better that there's company at the company. I probably would have lost anyway. That was still bad, though. I really should have considered how bad that play honestly was. But it happens. Alright, so typically in this matchup, I'll do something like this. You suck. Go down to Thoughtseize. I've gone back and forth as a matchup, but I think it's I like to go down to 2. It's really important to hit like Corvold and the company, as you saw in that matchup. How different it would have been if they just had the company in their hand, then we got to nab it. Like 2 Spark Artists. Typically, I've been boarding something like this. For up-to-date sideboard plans, though, and just honestly the best place to have all the newest info is I'm also starting a Patreon that I'll link in the description. Constantly going to be updating with whatever deck I'm basically playing that day, playing that week. Basically updating with all my sideboard plans constantly. Any brews I'm working on, any decks I think might be good. Bonus video content where I'll go more in-depth articles on decks I'm playing on how to really approach matchups. You can expect to find that all there. I'm trying to get the content game going. So, but I appreciate anyone taking the time to watch these, and you can definitely still learn a lot here too. Like I said, I'm gonna keep the more in-depth and advanced stuff. Gonna have a lot more bonus content on there. But I appreciate anyone watching anything. So. Gonna keep this hand. It's not the best in the matchup, but it's got a little too much going for it. Yeah, we're gonna keep. Hopefully, we don't punt this game away horribly this time. Part of me is thinking about not playing the Arcanist here so that we can have Village Rites up in response to a claim. Claim the Firstborn. We do have our own claim, though, if they do that. So I'm not... I think it's... There's some draws that make getting the Arcanist out now much better. It's actually not too many. We only have 2 Thoughtseizes. Next time we could still Thoughtseize an Arcanist, which is probably good enough. Actually, I'm going to do this. Send it back. Because I honestly really want to get value out of this. Because we definitely need some more pieces. This deck is very engine-y, essentially. And we're definitely missing some of the pieces to get going right now. Alright, reward it. Well, honestly, I could play the rest of this match like insane, and it still wouldn't make up for that company attack on the last turn. Okay, that's a perfect draw. Decent chance we'll end up flashing it back this turn too, as long as they don't have another removal spell. I guess we had 2 claims, honestly. I would still do it anyway, right? They can't red cap melee. So we're going to have to say 2 things this turn. What do we care about least? Definitely taking the priest. We'll probably take the claim. They can red cap melee it, and then we'll just get it back. Not going to be able to leave up village rights, but that's not that big of a deal. We'll have it for later in the game. Save that for pushes. I'll just get the better man out. Take the claim here just because we don't to get an extra food token. We'll let them red cap melee this. It also gives them a chance to mess up, let them mess up and let us attack. Or let us untap and then we get the rights. Alright, feeling good about our spot here. Definitely, like frequently with this deck at the liberty of our opponent's top decks, but barring good draws, we should be good. We can handle bad to medium. I'm liking bad to medium. Bring the Jenga out here. Kill this. So hopefully they let us untap. That changes things. Does not really want to claim back. Does not really want Arcanist back, so I'm not worried about taking us off of Fame mana to do this. We're gonna start with this. I wouldn't even be. I might just claim back the Croxy here, just to put him on nothing, and then sets us up to Croxa next turn. Right, because 1. Alright, so I have 3, 4, yeah. This is a pretty good, yeah, we'll be able to Croxa next turn if we do that. But let's see what we draw. Alright, not good, but. And we could always. Alright, so now that we have 2 fetches. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I want to get rid of the Jenga. It could be annoying. I have full control on, so I was wondering, like, why wouldn't it go? We could even keep the... We'll have a decision between... Alright, so we have 6 cards in yard. We'll have a decision between keeping our Arcanist for Luris or keeping the Fame. Probably going to end up keeping the Fame, because once we knock the rest of the graveyard, the Arcanist won't be that good anyway. We could even... Yeah, we get to... we can even hit him for a ton here with Kroxa plus Fame, one of my favorite combos in the deck. Hopefully they didn't draw a company here. Honestly, I'm afraid they did. I just have that feeling, you know? That feeling that comes when you've played 10 million matches of Magic in your life. You used to play 16 hours a day. Travel every weekend for it. You've played 9 million matches of Magic. You kind of just know. Alright, dodge. So you're going to go down to 4 here. One of my favorite clips is, it's honestly, I'm almost like not, it includes me, but I'm not surprised. I feel like it should be more of like a hyped and sort of well-known commentary. Was if go back and watch my SCG Players Championship match against Jeff Hoogland in Modern, and the end where Patrick Sullivan honestly just gives like the best commentary ever. I'm playing Infect and I need to peel exactly Become Immense to win on the next turn, and they're just calling the shot pretty heavy. He's like, I feel like I've seen this before. They're just like they were. Him and Cedric were so positive I was about to peel Become Immense and end up peeling Become Immense to win the game. It was honestly just like sick. I was like 18, super chubby, wearing my yellow Metagame Gurus jersey, just with my blank expression as I just shuffle up, flip over the Become Immense. Run it back the same way. On the draw, I got Peter Ingram to play this deck a little, and he was hating on Thoughtseize in this matchup. But I think, although he played against Red Black, where I think it's like way worse. I'm gonna go 3. Thoughtseize so good. I kind of just want to go 4. I really can't beat a company ever. I can't even call one of these. Yeah. I just like Thoughtseize. It's a good card. It's basically got to be one of the best cards in the format too. Uro's better than Thoughtseize, unfortunately, but Thoughtseize is a pretty strong candidate for number 2. This hand's okay. We should keep. Could be better, but it's okay. Alright, nothing there is pretty nice. This is probably going to get... I guess they didn't even have a sack outlet, so... Wouldn't be surprised if this gets killed, but we can bring it back and leave up the rights on it. The oven, they have oven claim. Alright, they don't have the oven. What do we do? We're gonna get company next turn, but we can beat it. Could Kroxa rights, but I kind of want to get this off the table. I even think there's gonna be a pretty good chance where we. Yeah, I think we can get it. And do we want to be mana efficient and use the Bedevil? Probably. Although leaving up this, and they didn't have the claim last turn. Do this. Game's a little bit of a toughie. Assuming they have company, but as you saw last game, I sort of always assume they have company, and the game before. Although the game before was obvious. And, so they have company. Alright, so let's not make a mistake and just like tap out and let them do whatever they want this time. I think I feel just fine holding up double braid here. I'll jam in. Just because we have the removal spells. Technically, they can punish us by like not doing anything here, but that doesn't. They would be wasting their whole turn. It's not like they have other options on things to do. I think I get priority back on arena, but let me add a stop just to be safe. All right, now they brick. Yeah, damn. In the game where we play around it completely, they brick, but the one game we get screwed by it. They jam. If they just pass again, I think they have another one. Kind of puts us in an awkward spot. Yeah, on top. I think I'm just gonna pass. Like, I just want to preserve my life total, so I don't even want to let them get like damage with the cat. No, this isn't doing anything for us. I really just don't want them to like untap with, you know, like Priest, Mayhem Devil, a lot of things I don't want them to untap with. Midnight Reaper. Again, they're kind of priced into company. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Alright, so double company. At least they bricked on the one though, so it's still a very winnable game. Alright, what are we gonna do about that? I guess we'll start by killing this one. Just generally a good place to start. Gonna be able to bring back. Alright, this is a game. This is a game. I feel like we got to cut out for us a little bit, but we can definitely this is doable. We can do this. They're gonna draw a bunch of cards here. They can get back the cat. Probably pass too. I don't need to kill the Welsh Rider right away. There's a reasonable chance when I use it on something else. I don't really get punished by. I can always respond to something. Alright, so we both got full grips. My hand's a little clunky. That's like the one problem. Don't really got much in yard for this or this. As long as I don't have like a third company, that'd be brutal. Corvold would be pretty brutal here. We don't really have a good answer to it. Alright, are we going to take 3? I think so. I just really feel like I can only use this on something else. I don't want to take 3. If they flash it back here, it's really not a good use of their turn. I'd be pretty happy with that. Alright. Can always like flash back in a braid too. I have this Claim Fame in my hand. I could like at some point, like I'll right away this Croxa and claim the Croxa, get the Fame in the yard, Fame this, get the braid. We got options. I think I'll just do this now. I guess the one danger in waiting was if they companied in response, but it's hard to play around third company. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I was considering holding it. Another reason, good reason to hold it. Damn. Yeah, maybe I should have just trusted my instincts, held it. Alright, so we got to right away the Croaks, and we'd love to draw a Fatal Fatal Push or blood, whatever. The other Fatal Push. Kicker Push. Blood Chief's Thirst. That would honestly be really good for us. That would put us. I would actually think we'd be in good position. They don't have green up here too, so it'd be the perfect chance to do it. Resolve the trigger first. May as well give them less info. Doesn't particularly matter. I've never boarded out Kroxa, honestly, like literally never, just because it's so good in this deck, but I could actually see boarding one out in this matchup. If they have the Greaves and stuff, lots of chump blockers, lots of good things to discard. Maybe some I'll try on in the future, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright. We're still gonna this. This gives us more looks at stuff. Alright, we're gonna have to Village Rites here too. This is gonna die. Very surprisingly let us attack. I can't have been right. Alright, now we hit the Thirst in the Yard. Probably too late. I don't think we're going to be able to win this one. They only have one green mana, fortunately. We really need to find removal. They're just going to kill this, though. Maybe that was bad to claim. Honestly, just used it because I saw that the ooze out and figured we should use it while they couldn't do anything, but they are just going to make us sack Arcanist here. That was bad. Pretty bad. Company number 3. Again, I mean, I guess I can't complain with 3 companies when they only hit once, twice, but buried us a little. There's also, you saw that like the first one, even though I missed, it messed us up a little because it's so threatening that we couldn't like develop exactly the way we wanted to on that turn. We had to essentially like time walk ourselves. So it's kind of insane that even when they like brick, that it still can be that punishing. Just because it's so powerful, you have to like give it so much respect there. Alright, does that do anything? What can we do? We can reclaim fame, we can kill like the Mayhem Devil. The turn really didn't go as bad as I thought it could have. Them sacking it was kind of nice for us. Like, not like nice for us, it obviously. You all get it. We can maybe get back in this. Yeah, just like Awakening. I think we're just going to lose too quickly, but... Do we have enough to Arcanist? Nah, we're a little short. It would be nice if we get Arcanist and Fame again, but we could set that up for next turn. Hit him with the Braid here. Okay, I like doing this. Maybe better to play the other Arcanist, honestly, because they have 2 cards here. They're both spells, though, so I kind of like knocking one out. And am I going to need 6 mana next turn? Off 2 red. No, I think the Awakening could be nice at some point. Tough. It's also way harder to... I've done like a little bit of content before, so it's I'm aware of, but it honestly is so much tougher to like process everything when you're trying to commentate, like your thought process too. Not to blame it too much on that, but it's a tricky game. Alright, they will Strider here. And they sack probably one of the priests. Put us down to 7. I sacked the Wolf Strider. Mando. So this puts us down to 4. Alright. Well, if they don't have a good thing to play here, we get to kill this. Alright. I don't know if... Alright, we could even... Croxa Fame, 8, 11, 14, even if they had only lands. Alright, so... If we Dreadhorde Arcanist, Fame, kill this, we're one short of putting like a Croaks into play. We could Luris. I guess, do we have to kill this? I don't know how risky it is to let them do this again. Alright, we knock them down to no cards in hand. They make us sack the Croxa. Puts us to 2. That might be better. We just knock out their whole hand, puts them down to 2. They bring back Bull Strider. They put us down to 2. Then we could honestly even just do it like again. Alright, I'm going to do this. This might be wrong. I didn't have time to think about it. So I'm bad at Arena, like I said. This is, don't want to hit both of those. It's just, I'm kind of clicking at random. Alright, that's 5 cards. So we put them down to no cards. They bring back Wolf Strider. They can only put us to 2. We can threaten another. Alright, this puts us to 6 cards. Alright. We can threaten another Croxa next turn. We'll be 1 card short of leaving everything. But actually no, because they'll put the Croaks in yard again. So that would put 7. We save Croaks of Fame. Alright. I think we might steal this. We gotta what do we gotta dodge? Company. I really think we might be able to steal this. Because if they do it all main phase, they'll have 1 card left in hand. So we wouldn't quite be able to kill them with 2 triggers. Okay. They'll have 3 mana to do something. But then if they play a card, they can Jengatha into their hand. But they won't have any blockers if they do a main phase. This is a tight one. This is some quality content, hopefully. I think they. What can they do though? They have to. I think they have to let me on tap. They let me on tap. What happens? Am I dead? Nah, they can only get 1 food, 1 cat into play. That puts me to 1. They have no cards in hand. Are they just dead? I think they're just dead. I attack. They go to... they don't let me attack, right? So they sack, they don't let me attack, right? How many lands do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 9 to... If I Arcanist Fame... I need more time to think. I don't like Arena. I need more time to think. Alright, so I go to combat. They make me sack. What if I do this? No, I can't. I can only bring it back once, right? What if I lure? Yeah, I can only bring it back once. What do I do? I need more time. I should have been thinking about this on their turn. Yeah, what could I have done different? I can only bring it back once, right? Because I go to 2, I'm not going to be able to shock. I don't think I can get it back twice. Because I can Awakening. That costs 9 mana. I can't. What do I do? How do I not die? How do I not die? I don't think I can not die. I timed out, damn. I don't think I had a way to not die there. Because they could both Strider back to sack. I wonder if I had a way to not die. Sorry I'm wasting their time, but actually they want to think about what I could have done there. Okay. Yeah, I had the 8 lands. I didn't have enough cards in yard. If I did this, no, would that have worked? No, I still would have been short. I could have played this to make them respond. And I fame it. No, I could only... I could have won. Yeah, I could have won. Fuck. Can you say fuck on YouTube? Whatever, fuck. Yeah, right. So I could have played Dreadheart Arcanist. I could have famed. I could play... Oh, no, I didn't have another claim to fame, though. So, no, I wouldn't be able to get it back for a trigger. No, wait, yeah, no, I don't have enough red. Sorry, this is probably insane to watch. I'm just trying to process all my thoughts, and I can't. Alright, so we play Dreadheart Arcanist. They respond. Alright, we play Arcanist. They respond with the Priest. Okay. Then we sack the Kroxa. No, because there's no way if we were at any amount of higher life, we'd be okay. Because we could win if we could shock. We play that. They make a sack. We bring it back. Now we can't. That puts them to 1. We can't get that extra trigger. We can't give it haste. We could. Yeah, we can fame attack, but then we don't have enough to bring back Kroxa. We would need 9 lands if we want to awaken it. Tough. Alright, so that's probably ended here for my first video. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching. Probably battle a couple more. Look for another video in a couple of days with some more matches. But one the first one right here. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. My first video, just trying to put stuff out there. I understand I probably have some tech stuff to work on. I'll probably get a little better at commentating on my matches. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the gameplay though. Hopefully I make it interesting. But like I said, please check out my Twitter. It's at the Better Jessup. I'll link my new Patreon. That's going to be AndyJMTG, same as this YouTube. And please like and subscribe. Hey, thank you everyone.